Everyone loves the idea of a Great Dane. You see them on the street, looking like statues, and you think, wow, so majestic. People call them gentle giants. They talk about how regal they look, draped across a rug. It's a beautiful image, but it's a lie. Nobody talks about the bruises on your thighs from that whip-like tail. Nobody mentions the distinct hollow sound of your bank account hitting zero. We love them, obviously. I mean, look at my guy. But owning a Great Dane isn't just a commitment. It's a full-blown lifestyle choice. It involves sacrificing your personal space, your clean walls, and quite frankly, your dignity. You think you're getting a simple pet. You're actually getting a small horse with the emotional maturity of a toddler and the physical strength of a linebacker who doesn't know his own size. So if you're thinking about getting one, listen up. Or if you're already deep in the trenches like me, grab a towel, wipe that string of slobber off your shirt. We need to talk about the dark side, the stuff the breeders whisper about, the chaos, the sheer panic, the absolute absurdity of it all. Welcome to the club. Okay, let's get the scary stuff out of the way first. The constant threat of bloat. Just saying the word makes my stomach drop. If you own a Dane, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's the boogeyman. It's that dark shadow hanging over every single mealtime. You watch them eat, and you're essentially praying to the dog gods. You hope their stomach doesn't decide to twist on itself today. It's terrifying. You become obsessive about it. You start buying elevated feeders, you buy slow feeder bowls, you buy maze bowls, anything to stop them from inhaling food. They eat like a vacuum cleaner set to destroy. You find yourself shouting, "Don't run," 20 minutes after breakfast. You sound like a deranged crossing guard. Rest, digest, do nothing. It's paranoid behavior, sure. But it's justified paranoia. Because with these big guys, a stomachache isn't just a stomachache. It's a terrifying rush to the emergency vet at 3 a.m. It's your heart in your throat while you pray for a burp. It changes how you live. You schedule your entire day around their digestion. It's exhausting, stressful, and honestly, it keeps me up at night. Then there's the clinginess. And I don't mean, aw, he likes me clinginess. I mean, if you leave this room, I will eat the drywall clinginess. We call them Velcro dogs, right? That sounds cute. It's not. It's a hostage situation. You try to go to the bathroom alone? Forget it. You have a 150-pound audience leaning against the door. He's breathing like Darth Vader on the other side. Try to leave the house for milk? You'd think you were abandoning them on a desert island. The separation anxiety is real. And let me tell you, it is destructive. I once came home to a couch that had essentially exploded. There was foam everywhere. It looked like it snowed inside my living room. And sitting in the middle of it, my Dane. He looked absolutely heartbroken that I'd been gone for 45 minutes. They love so hard that it hurts. Literally hurts your furniture. You can't just leave a Dane. You have to prepare them. You might even have to sedate them. Or you just have to accept that you might never leave your house again. It's heavy, it's intense, and it's a massive part of the deal. Let's talk about the vet. Oh boy, if you like having money in your savings account, turn back now. See, in the veterinary world, everything is calculated by weight. And you don't have a dog. You have a small pony living in your living room. So when your Dane gets a tummy ache, it's not a $50 visit. It's a mortgage payment. I'm serious. Even simple stuff like heartworm prevention. You can't just buy the large box. You gotta buy the large box and the medium box just to get the dosage right. It's ridiculous. And if they need antibiotics, you aren't getting a blister pack. You're practically buying a pharmacy's entire stock. It adds up so fast, it'll make your head spin. God forbid you need surgery. Anesthesia for a giant breed is a whole different ballgame. It's risky, it's complex, and it is astronomically expensive. You hand over your credit card, close your eyes, and pray it goes through. That's the reality. You're basically driving a luxury car that runs on vet bills, and there's no warranty. Now, I need you to listen close, because this is the dark side, the real dark side. We call them the Heartbreak breed. It sounds dramatic, I know, but it's the truth. These dogs, they burn bright, like incredibly bright, but they burn fast. The average lifespan? 6 to 8 years, maybe 10 if you're lucky and the universe smiles on you. That is nothing. It is a blink of an eye. You spend the first 2 years just trying to get them to stop eating your drywall. Then you have a few glorious years of them being the best dog you've ever known. And then they start slowing down. The muzzle goes gray, and you realize the clock is ticking way faster than it should. It's a gut punch. Honestly, it's the price of admission. You get this massive, overwhelming love, a love that literally leans its entire weight on you, but you get it for a short time. Is it worth it? Yeah, 1,000 times yes, but it tears a piece of your soul out when they go. It really does. Let's lighten the mood. Let's talk about food. Or, as I like to call it, the black hole in my kitchen. You think you know what a hungry dog looks like? You have no idea. Feeding a Great Dane is an industrial operation. You don't walk into a pet store and grab a bag. You need a forklift. A standard 30-pound bag of dog food? That is a snack. That is an hors d'oeuvre. That lasts maybe a week. Maybe. And here's the kicker. You can't feed them the cheap stuff. Oh, absolutely not. Their stomachs are sensitive. Their joints need support. So you are buying the high-end, grain-free, limited-ingredient, gold-dusted kibble. It costs a fortune. You are literally scooping dollar bills into a bowl twice a day. And the poop? Let's not even start on the poop. What goes in must come out, and there is a lot going in. My delivery guy hates me. I see the fear in his eyes when he has to lug those boxes up the drive. But you do it. You just write the check and watch them inhale it in 45 seconds. It's impressive, really, in a terrifying, bankrupting sort of way. You know that happy sound? The rhythmic thumping of a tail against the couch? With a Great Dane, that's not a cute sound, it's a countdown. Honestly, it's like living with a rhythmic demolition crew. We call it the whip of death in my house. It's basically a baseball bat made of bone and muscle, perfectly positioned at crotch height. Yeah, I said it. You learn to walk defensively real fast, hands down, protecting the goods. And your coffee table? Forget about it. Consider anything below waist height entirely sacrificial. I once watched my boy clear a full spread of appetizers with one happy wag. Just whoosh, gone. Chips everywhere, salsa on the walls. He didn't even notice. He just kept wagging, smacking the wall, completely oblivious to the carnage. It hurts too, like physically bruises you. You come home, he's happy to see you, and whack! You're doubled over in pain while he's licking your face. It's an abusive relationship, honestly. But you can't get mad. Look at that dopey face. He's just happy. Dangerous, but happy. Let's talk fluids. If you are a clean freak, turn off this video. Go buy a cat, because owning a Dane means making peace with slime. It's not just drool. It's shoestrings of thick, industrial-grade adhesive hanging from their jowls. It gets everywhere. I mean, everywhere. I found dried slobber on top of my refrigerator last week. How? Physics doesn't explain it. The head shake does. That's the sound you dread. You hear that flapping of loose skin, that flop, flop, flop sound building up. You have about half a second to take cover. If you don't duck, you get slimed. It flings across the room like a sprinkler system from hell. You learn to carry a towel. We call it the Drool rag. It's basically part of your outfit now. You greet guests at the door with a towel in hand, ready to wipe down their pants, because he will slime them. It's his way of saying hello. Your walls have a permanent texture layer at hip height. Your car windows look like abstract art. It's gross, it's chaotic, and somehow you stop caring. Mostly. So you want to go to the park? Cool. Hope you drive a bus, because putting a Great Dane in a standard car is like trying to stuff a king-sized mattress into a toaster. It just doesn't fit. I tried to put my guy in a compact sedan once. It was a comedy of errors. Legs everywhere, head hitting the ceiling. He looked at me like, "Are you serious, Susan?" You don't just hop in the car. You embark on a strategic loading operation. Check the clearance, fold the seats, pray for the suspension. And once you're moving, the fun really starts. Because they don't sit. Oh no, they stand. Or they try to sit on the center console. Suddenly, you've got a massive head resting on your shoulder, breathing hot, stinky air right into your ear. You check your blind spot? Nope. Just fur. An entire wall of dog blocking the rear window. People stare at you at red lights. They point, because it looks like you're kidnapping a small horse. The car actually rocks when he shifts his weight. It's terrifying. But hey, at least you're never lonely on the road. You think finding an apartment is hard? Try telling a landlord your roommate is a 160-pound toddler who drinks from the kitchen faucet without jumping. It's a nightmare. Most rentals have these arbitrary weight limits, like no pets over 50 pounds. 50 pounds? My Dane's left leg is 50 pounds. So you show up, trying to look responsible, and they take one look at your gentle giant and see a demolition crew. They hear Great Dane, and their insurance premiums flash before their eyes. You'll be scrolling through listings for hours, finding the perfect spot, great light, fenced yard, and then you see it in the fine print. Small dogs only. Heartbreak. Absolute heartbreak. And if you do manage to sneak them in or find a lenient landlord, you're living in constant fear of the tail. That tail is a weapon of mass destruction. One happy wag in a narrow hallway, and you've put a hole in the drywall, or knocked a vase off a shelf 3 rooms away. Try explaining to your landlord that your dog didn't eat the wall, he just assaulted it with happiness. And the walking. Forget sneaking out for a quiet pee break. It sounds like a Clydesdale is tap dancing in the hallway. Good luck getting that security deposit back. You won't. Just accept it now. It's gone. Now, let's get serious for a second, because this part sucks. We gotta talk about the mechanics of a giant. You see, nature isn't always kind to things that grow this fast. Their joints, they're under siege from day one. You look at a puppy and think cute, but I'm looking at those growth plates like they're fragile glass sculptures. We're talking hip dysplasia, elbow dysplasia, arthritis before they even hit their senior years. You'll become an expert in orthopedics whether you want to or not. You'll have a cabinet full of glucosamine, chondroitin, fish oil. It looks like a pharmacy in there. And the sound, the sound. You'll hear them getting up off the hardwood floor. that heavy groan, the struggle for traction. It breaks your heart every single time. You find yourself putting down yoga mats everywhere. Your house looks like a gym for clumsy people, but really, it's just traction for your best friend. Because watching a Great Dane lose their footing, it's terrifying. It's like watching a building collapse in slow motion. And the worst part is the physics of it. You can't just scoop them up. If their legs go, you need a team of 4 and a sling to move them. It's a helpless feeling. It really is. Okay, lighter note, sort of. The lean. You know the one. If you own a Dane, you are essentially a piece of furniture, a human kickstand. They don't just sit near you, they lean on you with the full force of their body weight. It's affectionate, sure. It's their way of saying, I love you, now support my mass. But have you ever tried to have a conversation while holding up a small horse? Your knees lock, your back strains, you're casually sipping coffee, and suddenly, wham, you're listing to the side at a 45-degree angle. And God forbid you're wearing nice clothes. The slobber transfer during the lean is inevitable. But the real danger isn't to you, it's to guests. Grandma comes over, you gotta be on guard duty. A Dane lean can take out the elderly. It's like a slow-motion tackle. They just drift into people, you'll hear a thud, turn around, and your aunt is pinned against the refrigerator. And the dog, he's just standing there, looking oblivious, thinking he's a lapdog. He has no concept of his own density. None. You'll have bruises on your thighs that you can't explain until you realize, oh yeah, that's just where the love hit me. This is the one that keeps me up at night. The big C, osteosarcoma, bone cancer. It's the boogeyman for giant breeds, and it is ruthless. It moves fast. One day they're limping a little, maybe you think they just played too hard. The next day, your vet is showing you an x-ray that looks like a moth-eaten sweater. It's aggressive, it's painful. And the decisions you have to make, they are impossible. Do you amputate? Do you do chemo? Can a dog this size even function on 3 legs? These are questions no one should have to answer. But if you love a Dane, the statistics say you might have to. It's the price of admission. We call them heartbreak breeds for a reason. Their hearts are huge, but their time is so short. 6 years, maybe 8 if you're lucky. 10 is a miracle. You go into this knowing you're going to get your heart ripped out sooner than you're ready for. Every gray hair on their muzzle is a victory and a warning. It makes you love them harder, sure, but man, it hurts. It really hurts. And yet, we keep getting them. We keep signing up for the pain. Because for those 6 years, it's magic. Let's talk about the smell, specifically the gas. You think you know bad smells? You don't. A Great Dane doesn't just pass gas. They deploy biological weapons in your living room. It's not a cute little toot that makes you giggle. It's a dense, invisible fog that settles on the floor and slowly rises to suffocate you. It's heavy, it's warm, and the worst part, they always choose the absolute worst moments to let it rip. You'll be sitting there, having a nice dinner with your in-laws, and suddenly everyone's eyes start watering. The dog? He's asleep, snoring, totally unbothered, while you're trying to apologize for what smells like a rotten egg factory exploded inside a dumpster. It lingers too. It gets in the curtains. It haunts your dreams. You start buying scented candles in bulk just to survive the evenings. It's potent enough to peel the paint off the walls. Honestly, I think the military should study it for crowd control. If you have a sensitive nose, just forget it right now. You need an iron stomach and maybe a gas mask just to watch TV on a Tuesday night. You try to change their diet, you buy the expensive food, but it doesn't matter. It's just the price of admission. You live in the danger zone now, and there is no escape. Then there's the public. Walking a Dane isn't just a walk, it's a parade. A chaotic, unwanted parade, where half the people are terrified and the other half want to ride your dog like a pony. You step onto the sidewalk and people literally cross the street to get away from you. They clutch their pearls, they grab their chihuahuas and run for the hills. You get the looks, the wide eyes, the whisper screaming. Is that a horse? Yeah, I've never heard that one before, Karen. Original comedy right there. Where's the saddle? Haha, very funny. People assume you're walking a beast from the underworld, specifically trained to eat toddlers for breakfast. But in reality, he is afraid of a plastic bag blowing in the wind. He's scared of his own shadow. It's exhausting trying to convince the neighbors that this 150-pound giant is actually a marshmallow. You spend half your life shouting, "He's friendly, he's just big," while he tries to hide behind your legs because a squirrel looked at him wrong. It's a weird power trip that you never asked for. You just wanted to go pee, and now you're the scary monster on the block. You have to be the ambassador for the whole breed every time you leave the house. It's a lot of pressure when you're just wearing sweatpants. Let's be real about the muscle you need. You don't walk a Great Dane. You enter a high-stakes negotiation with physics. If he decides he wants to see that cat across the street, you are going to see that cat. There is no stopping him. It's not about training. Well, it is, but mostly it's about mass. Newton's laws apply here. Force equals mass times acceleration, and he has all the mass. I've seen grown men dragged across a park like they were water skiing on grass. It happens fast. One second you're relaxed, listening to a podcast, and the next your shoulder is dislocated. You need core strength. You need grippy shoes. You basically need to be a power lifter just to take a casual stroll around the block. And if he stops, that's it. He's an anchor. You aren't moving him. You just have to stand there and wait until he decides the break is over. My right arm is significantly bigger than my left just from holding the leash. It's a workout you can't cancel. And don't even get me started on winter. Ice plus a Great Dane equals a hospital visit. So, gym membership? Don't need it. Just get a Dane and try to keep him from chasing a deer. It keeps you humble and bruised. And finally, the fluids. The drool. It's everywhere. I mean, everywhere. It defies gravity. You'll find dried slime on the ceiling fan and wonder how it got there. He shakes his head, that classic head shake, and it's like a sprinkler system went off. Slime ropes flying across the room at 50 miles an hour. It lands in your coffee. It lands on your fresh clothes right before you leave for work. You stop wearing black. Actually, you stop wearing anything nice. You learn to check your pants before you sit down because the couch is always damp. Always. There's a constant layer of moisture in your home. You embrace the slobber towel. You have one in every room. You have one in the car. You probably have one in your pocket right now. It's gross, it's sticky, it turns into cement when it dries on the walls. Guests will leave with slime on their backs, and you just have to laugh it off. Oh, he likes you. No, he just decided to wipe his face on your sweater because it looked absorbent. It's a lifestyle choice, really. You're signing up to live inside a giant, affectionate mouth. If you can't handle looking like you've been sneezed on all day, walk away. Just walk away.